Hortman, Mark Hortman, and their dog Gilbert, murdered in a political assassination by a homegrown domestic terrorist. Tomorrow, Melissa and Mark Hortman and their dog will lie dead in state in the rotunda of the Minnesota Capitol for visitation. Who was the 61st Speaker of the Minnesota House? Melissa Hortman. She served on the Brooklyn Park Citizen Long Range Improvement Committee. She helped get funding for the Zanewood Recreation Center that provides art and recreation program to the kids who need it. She fought for decades for free lunch for hungry kids and a carbon-free future. Who was Melissa Hortman? She was one of us, doing the same things we do on the county board, and now she is dead, murdered in a political assassination whose true impact still doesn't seem to have registered, reduced to nothing more than a blip in an unrelenting stream of chaos. Let's talk about their doofy golden lab, Gilbert. He tried to be a dedicated service dog with Helping Paws, an organization that trains and places service dogs with veterans, first responders, and people with physical disabilities. But poor Gilbert, he flunked out. Why? Because he was too damn Minnesota nice. He was a Hortman. Gilbert was shot multiple times and so badly injured, mangled, and disfigured that the adult children had to put him to sleep. Melissa Hortman's children, Sophie and Colin, still tell us to honor their parents' legacy by doing something, whether big or small, to make our community just a little better for someone else. These poor children with their hearts bigger than the world deserves, who probably spent more time away from their mom than they wanted to because she was in a meeting working for a better world. The reason they probably responded the way they did is because they learned it from their mom. Senator John Hoffman and his wife, Yvette Hoffman, shot 8 and 9 times in front of their daughter. She likely saved their lives by slamming the door, calling 911, identifying her father, Senator John Hoffman, while her parents bled out in front of her. That call, that action, who knows how many lives it saved? Maybe even those of our friends here in Wisconsin who are on the assassins list, some of whom have shared this same floor with us. Their daughter acted so quickly, decisively, under so much distress. Her name, Hope. To compound their grief was the callous indifference shown by some nationally elected leaders. These traitors to human emotion and basic decency hold some of the highest positions in our country. They laughed when it happened, thought it was some kind of joke, could not understand the lack of humanity when it was slowly and carefully explained to them by their colleagues. To the narcissistic, feckless leaders who couldn't bother to pick up the phone because, well, that would be a waste of time, who couldn't offer a word of grief of empathy, who couldn't offer the full force and cooperation of all federal resources, who couldn't offer protection against copycat murders, who couldn't offer a splinter of basic shared human emotion, who didn't even have the decency, in light of offering nothing, to just keep their mouth shut. Sometimes there is not a time for inspiration and hope, but for grief. To sit there in silence at the barbarism of humanity. A few solemn, quiet moments to realize that the world we all work so hard for is in so much peril. Instead of moving anything forward, we are working to salvage what little we have left, and what little we have left might be so broken that is beyond repair. And to just sit there with the realization that those responsible, who are really responsible, will face no consequences. I am not here to offer inspiration or hope, because for me to do so would so wildly betray the pain I feel in my heart. Instead, I look to those who are offering me hope. The Muslim immigrant on the cusp of becoming the mayor of the greatest city in the world, the transgender kids who wake up every morning to live another day of their lives in a world where so many people forget they are just kids who want love and support, to the groups of people throwing themselves in front of moving vehicles to protect their neighbors from masked goons who are smashing their car windows trying to take away their rights that this country was founded on, they are the ones who make me want to continue to pledge my allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. My country, no matter what they do to try to destroy it, with every bone of my body, I say no. I invite you to sit in silence and meditation for our country, for the victims of this horrific terrorism, or to stand up and recite the pledge. Both are equally powerful expressions of your patriotism. With that, I will recite.